You might get about 3 people viewing. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Zoe from Belvoir, Bedford, and I'm here with Stephen Brown. Now, for most people watching, you may not be aware who Stephen is, but he's very influential in our industry, and without him, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. He's a very positive guy and has got a lot of interesting things to say. But just in case, Stephen, nobody knows who you are or what you do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, that's a very nice introduction, so thank you very much. So my name's Stephen Brown. I'm a, how would you describe me? Training consultant to estate agents and letting agents. So I come into their businesses and I find ways of making them better versions of themselves, try and keep them upbeat in challenging times, and just generally try and help them. I put on loads of free stuff, so this is very strange for me, being on the other side of being interviewed. Normally I'm interviewing people every Tuesday and Thursday, and for me it's just about helping people, giving back into the industry. Being in an agent myself, I've been in property for 34 years since I left school. I know I don't look old enough, young enough, or whatever. So now I enjoy giving back and just helping people. So for me, actually, it's not about the money. I just want to help people succeed, be better versions of themselves, and do well. And that's what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously the reason for us doing this is pretty much down to you and 2 other miscreants that suggested we wouldn't have the balls to do it. And clearly we do, in these weird times, want to reach out to the local community in Bedford and anywhere else that may be listening right now, to just, give some positivity and give some assistance where fortunately we're still able to carry on with some restrictions, but a lot of people now can't. So, anything we can give to the
Definitely.
community,
and obviously, you know what CNN stands for?
No.
Constantly negative news. Okay, so don't watch CNN. Don't watch any of the news channels.
Are you telling me or the world now?
I'm telling the world now. CNN, constantly negative news. Okay, and that's out there. We've got a choice in life, what to choose to do. And you're right. And I think estate agents and letting agents are very fortunate because they are allowed to go to work, whereas there's other people in hospitality and not, that are really, really struggling. And I think it's lovely what you're doing to help the people of Bedford and the wider audience, trying to give some positivity, some smiles into their life, and just being kind. And I think people watching it, whatever businesses you are, if you can support your local businesses, support local people in your community whilst they're going through these challenging times, and that's absolutely fantastic. And I remember when we went into the first lockdown, how nice was everybody? You'll get people knocking on your door, can I get something for you? Do you need a prescription? Can I get some shopping? And then all of a sudden that's disappeared. I don't know what it's like where you are, but it's definitely not how it was. But why not? Let's go back to being nice to people, being kind to people, helping out, getting prescriptions, getting shopping, because there are vulnerable people out there. And actually just chatting to people, it's scary living up, being put in lockdown for some people, and some people just like to talk. And actually, being estate agents, that's what you're exceptional at, and letting agents, you like to talk, you like to say a few words.
I would if I could get a word in, but I wound you up and off you go, so which is absolutely fine. Now this must be really weird for you then, because you're used to sort of speaking in front of thousands of people at conferences or doing training sessions. So whatever you say, there must be low moments. So I mean, what are you doing, Stephen, to keep your pecker up? That's probably the wrong way of describing that.
So this is called a 6-minute diary. Don't know if you can see it. So every morning it asks you 3 questions. So when I wake up, it says, what are you grateful for? So you write down 3 things that you're grateful for. It may well be that you've got your family with you at home. It may well be actually you've got food on the table, whatever it is. And then the next question is, this is how I'm going to make today great. Okay, so these are the key activities, outcomes I'm going to do to make it today. And then it's a positive affirmation. Okay, so I'm going to swear if that's okay with you. Okay.
Close your ears. They're all at school now anyway, aren't they? So it's fine.
That's all right. Okay. So I'm going through an incredibly challenging time at the moment. Okay. And life is shit. Okay. So it then says to me, write down a positive affirmation. Okay. Which is great. So my positive affirmation every day is today is going to be a terrific and fantastic day. Okay. And I write that down every single day. In fact, I've got another diary, which is in the other room. Now I know that certain things aren't going to happen that's going to make it today or a terrific day, but for me it's just small wins. So if it's a small win, fantastic, that's a lot better than having no wins at all. And there's certain things in life we can control. So we can't control the outside influences. I can't control what's going on with CNN or whoever it is, but the thing I can control is I don't need to watch it. The thing I can control is listening to some positive stuff. So, finishing this, again, it's got some great quotes in here. So this is one on the day for today. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Okay. So there's simple things every day that you can go through and make a change. And then just before we go to bed, my good deed today. Okay, so my good deed today was I saw somebody this morning taking loads of water, empty bottles, and about to dump it in greenery. Okay, so my good deed to the people where I live was to get the guy to physically put it back in his van or put it in a bin and say to him, that's not happening in my area. Just go and behave yourself and do it properly. So it asked, how will I improve? Okay, so what can I do differently? So I had most probably the worst training I've had today. Okay, that I personally thought was awful.
You mean your audience was rubbish, or
their microphones weren't working. I couldn't see them because their cameras weren't working. Any question I asked, I couldn't get an answer. So again, maybe I should have done a practice rehearsal with them before. So, if I do it again with them, it's better. So it's understanding, that to me is a discovery that next time I do it with these particular people, I'm going to make sure I'm better prepared. Great things I've experienced today. Being asked to be on Zoe Bywater's Belvoir Positivity.
The barrel is scraped today. You have nothing else to do today, Stephen.
But there you go, and I've got, and then I had a call from another client I haven't spoken to about for 3 months that wants me to do some work with them now. And, so those are the things. For me, it's all about your mind. My doorbell's going to go in a minute, okay, and my dogs are going to go crazy. Right? Nothing new. Nothing.
No, that's normal. That's normal. Well, this is the new normal now, isn't it? So
it is a new normal. What would be nice if somebody comes and gets it. But
we'll see.
For me, it's how you start your day. So my day is coming downstairs, doing some stuff that's positive. I like to go for a walk, whether I take the dogs for a walk, but I always like to feed my mind. So I'm listening to podcasts all the time that will help me improve, help me get better. I'm listening to audio books as well, and I'm doing exercise. So I'm getting exercise, and that feeds my mind, and that makes a massive difference. And then I speak to lovely people as well.
Oh, bless you. Who are you speaking to later then?
You.
So that's generally for, I would say, anybody out there that's feeling a little bit low. Now, obviously, we talked about local businesses. Now, like you say, you work predominantly with estate agents and letting agents, but there might well be businesses that, who are not able to operate right now. And obviously, knowing what I know about you and the knowledge that you have, is there anything you could impart on any of those businesses in terms of what they could be doing now whilst they're not able to trade? What sorts of things could they be doing to help generate more business for when they're actually out of this situation?
Come on to Zoe Bywater's 100-day challenge and have a conversation with Zoe and tell Zoe exactly what you do, and let the community of Bedford know exactly what you do, and just share really good content to help people. So, for 3 months, my business totally shut down. But what I did was loads of webinars to help people. Okay, because I wanted them to understand that there were people here that's willing to talk to people that actually that need help. So some of these businesses, okay, speak to people, tell them how you're feeling, because that's important. But try and give value to your customers. Try and help your customers in any way. It may be, obviously, we're coming up to Christmas. Can you do some forms of competition? So you may be shut, but give some colouring competitions to the kids in the area. If we're in I know the kids are at school, but maybe if we want to get them out to do a bit of exercise because they can't play football together, so get them to walk around the streets and have a little Christmas tree in your window. Okay, so people can tick off little things, and then you can give them a little prize for doing it, and create activity so you're front of mind to your businesses, to your community as well. And just help people. Local restaurants, there's local restaurants that are now doing takeaways. We'll tag them in. So the Bedford Tandoori House is open for takeaways this weekend. Go there and help support your business. So what businesses are open, can they be supported? There seems to be, for some reason, a lot of businesses that appear to be open when they should be in lockdown. But just try and help. And Zoom is a great medium. And actually, what I would do is network with other local businesses.
Yeah.
Get them on the call together. And just talk about how can we help each other, whatever business you are. Talk to local businesses, come up with things, come up with competitions, maybe a Bedford competition where 12, or you could do. God, you're really getting me to think now. So what are those things that you have? Advent calendars.
Yeah.
So why don't 25 local businesses get together in Bedford, okay, and start promoting a little advent calendar where one business a day gives some prize, and then start promoting that on all your Facebook pages and getting it out there, all your different Bedford groups that you've got. And that's going to help other people and keep other people engaged and whatever, and you're going to be front of mind. And also, I think, one, it helps a business, and two, it's helping the community as well. Have some form of competitions, whether it's colouring competitions, Christmas decorations. Let's send our pictures in of the nicest for best decorated Christmas houses. And I know we're only talking November the 11th here.
There are some up already in Bedford.
I was going to say, I've already seen people posting that they're putting Christmas trees up already.
Yep.
So you can start having some fun with that, and get everybody involved. Send your pictures in. What's the funniest Christmas tree you've seen? Share your Christmas stories. Try and get some nice cheer stuff. I know in a way that's a contradiction because we can't spend time with at the moment we can't spend time with our loved ones. But memories are a lovely thing to do, and create memories as well. So have some fun. I know it's hard. I know it's challenging. A lot of people.
It's really interesting because when we went into this the first time around, a lot of even in my industry, a lot of people retreated into themselves, and it almost felt like they were all out of business. And I don't just mean letting agents and estate agents, but generally other businesses. And one of the things is, I think you're spot on in terms of connecting with each other and doing this. And all right, people get a little bit scared of the camera, and I think you've just got to put that to one side and talk to each other. Since this 100-day challenge that seems to be has gone up from 28 to 100. I don't know if you, Neil and Nigel, have got together into cahoots and said, let's make it 100 days now.
I heard it was 365 days.
But one of the things since the challenge was laid out is that I've been talking to some local businesses, and it's interesting how much stuff's going on out there that you didn't know about. Like there's this film company called Blender that are now doing live music sessions in various businesses, which is a totally off the wall weird thing of doing, but it's amazing because what they're doing now is the local businesses are getting cover, the musicians are getting cover, and that film company are getting a little bit of revenue from doing the production of that. we had an amazing guy on earlier called Michael Green, who's a musician, who's done a little sort of song and a chat with us, and he's now offering songs that he's written himself as Christmas presents for people. So he's adapted, but we do want to, it's funny, people are a little bit suspicious when you sort of reach out, and I don't know what you think about that, and if there's any techniques you can give me to try and
I think that
we're genuine, and it just feels a little bit like people are like, well, what's in it for you, sort of thing.
Exactly, and actually, it's to go with giving. If you give, hopefully people will do that and understand that you're doing it for the right reasons. And I know you are doing it for the right reasons. And actually, in life, if you don't ask, you don't get. So again, some of the things, there may be people now, let's say, for example, fitness instructors, okay, that can't work in the gym for whatever reason, okay, but maybe you can do an interview with them, they can do a Zoom or film something with them, and then they can put that out every day. And I'm sure when people come back, they actually will want to use their fitness classes. You've got or Zumba classes or whatever it is. So that there's definitely stuff there that you can do to help each other. Art classes as well.
You think they've been a live model then for anyone out there at the moment?
Yeah, I am very happy to be a live model, fully dressed. Okay.
Maybe Tony Morris will do that, because he's obviously trying to get ripped at the moment, isn't he? So
if you say so, but there you go. Tony will be very good, I'm sure. He's exceptional trainer as well, and he is an international speaker. Yeah,
but I'm talking to you today, so.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. Good.
Not even asked him. Don't worry about that.
Ask him. Okay, but there's just help each other. Be kind to each other. Help local businesses. Okay, because they need your support now. Not tomorrow, not next year. Today. And if we can all do one, say about be kind. Be kind to one person a day. It will make a difference. And actually, you said something. Businesses that are, so here's one thing that you could do that estate agents did very well in the lockdown, is some businesses have got a customer base. So they got all the names and numbers of their customers. Phone them up and ask them how they are. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be some people there that are living in silence and are really suffering. And actually, they would love to hear from you, and just have a conversation, just like we're talking. It's really, really nice. Have that conversation with people, because you'll be surprised, and they'll remember you for that. Yeah. So, when hopefully things when things get better and improve, they're going to remember you. There's a word, remarkable. Okay. So if you take the first letters, remark, you want people to be remarking about you, talking about you, wherever you are. When we get back to normal, whether it's pubs, barbecues, restaurants, you want people to have the conversation to say, you know what, in lockdown, the local, give us a business that's closed at the moment.
Cake shop.
Okay, the local cake shop. Wow, you know what? I was gobsmacked at what they did. Okay, so they called me during lockdown. Okay, and actually, they even sent me a cake. Okay, because they could tell in my voice I was really down. Okay, they left it socially distanced on the doorstep, knocked on the door. What a lovely thing to do. Okay, so one, they're going to remember it, and you're going to stay. And you're going to have a raving fan. So I know you had Nigel Risner on, and he talked about this celebrity service and Jeff Ram. Well, imagine if you're a cake shop, and you go and you take your client a cake because you had a conversation and you could hear in their voice. Okay, what are they going to say? They're going to talk about you. They're going to love you. They're going to tell all their friends. They're going to tell their colleagues. Tell you what, if you want cakes, go to the Bedford Cake Shop. What's the name of the cake shop you're talking about?
Amalfi. Okay, door.
There you go. So Amalfi, if you're a Bedford resident, okay, let's go and help Amalfi today. Okay, what help can they do? So whatever it is, whatever business, go out and help them, support local.
Yeah, brilliant. So obviously that's just one of the things that you've shared with us as an industry, and clearly it is not always about selling, is it? And I think that's what we're trying to get to here, is that if someone was to burst into your, I'm assuming that's your dining room
Yeah,
now,
it's my dining room,
I'm
yes.
going to swear now, shouting, buy my shit, buy my shit, buy my shit, you're not interested, are you? You're not going. But it's this people caring, isn't it? People, you're not always there to sell. I think that that comes with time, doesn't it? And
Look,
building a
you've got to
relationship.
get people to like you, know you, and trust you.
Yeah.
And once they know you, like you, and trust you, then hopefully, well, let me ask you a question. Okay, have you got a purse near you?
No, I don't have one of those. I'm like the Queen. I don't carry money.
Is that okay? Have you got a debit card near you?
Yes.
Okay. You want to show it to me, but do it so I can't see your numbers.
Oh dear.
Okay, lovely. Why did you do that?
Because you asked me to. I trust you.
Okay, so that's the point. Okay,
Yeah, I know.
so you asked me, you like me, hopefully, and you trust me. So you were willing to give me your debit card, which means I could tap on it 5 times and take £225 out. Okay,
There's
so
no money in the bank. Don't worry about that.
doesn't matter. But there's 2 things about that. In fact, the best one, when I did it, I ended up with £11,000 just by asking that same question. Okay, but the point is, if you don't ask in life, you don't get. So you're doing this great challenge, which is fantastic, but more importantly, you're actually helping the people. Okay, so you're not doing it because you want the money. You're doing it because you want to help your community. You want to bring some positiveness to Bedford and beyond, which is absolutely fantastic. And who doesn't want to be more positive? Full stop. Who wants to have better days? We all want to have better days. We know that we're going to have, life is a roller coaster. We're going to have many ups, we're going to have many downs, but actually we can control certain things. Okay. And then we can control our mindset, and you can either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. So I'm always of a firm belief of having a growth mindset, and I always want to help people. Now, if that comes to the stage where in a year's time, somebody then picks up the phone to me and says, Stephen, I want to use you. Of course, that's fantastic. But for me, it's helping people. And, 2 words, okay, add value. So with your clients, with your customers, what are you doing to add value? What are you doing to stand out? Because whatever business you're in, whether you're the cake shop, whether you're the letting agent, whether you're the butchers, the bakers, the candlestick makers, whatever it is, there's a song there, and I'm not going to sing it today.
Oh, we've had the songs already today. You're fine. I'm looking for a comedian. If you know any comedians, I'd love to have a comedian do a bit of stand-up.
Well, you've got one coming on tomorrow, haven't you?
Well, he purports to being a comedian. I don't know how funny he is. We'll have to see.
He is very funny. He is very funny. He does make you laugh. So he's very good. But look, it's very competitive, whatever business you're in.
Yeah.
So what can you do to be different, and what can you do to add value? And the more you can do to add value and make a difference in people's life, they're going to remember you for the right reasons, and you want to be remembered for the right reasons, and that's what's important to you. And just, you have a choice when you wake up in the morning, which side of the bed you wake up on. Okay. So, at times, as I said to you before, life's really challenging, but I can control what I do, and I can control how I feel, just like every single person watching this, or wherever it's going out on YouTube, whether you're listening to it on replay, you can choose what you want to do. It's down to you. You can control that. So you can control in business to pick up the phone, have conversations with people, or you can or you can say, you know what, lockdown's going to be a month. I'm just going to put my feet up. I'm not going to do anything. Maybe some businesses they can't, but actually look at what you can do to make yourself a better person. There's loads of stuff out there that can help you. There's loads of free stuff, on YouTube. You can Google whatever you want now, and you can get stuff that's going to help you and make a difference. But use the time wisely to help yourself become better versions of yourself. That's what you can control. or you can sit in your pajamas and watch Netflix the whole day. That's your choice.
I think I learned very recently, because of certain things on a personal level that happened, that I've got a new mantra in life now. It is what it is. And there's not if you've got no control over it, you just move on, because there's no point dwelling and worrying about stuff, and just, like you say, focus on the positive.
4-letter word.
Go on.
Next.
Yeah,
move on. Next.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you were talking about the clothing retailer. Then I'm thinking, where's he going with this?
No. Just, so look, that's it. If you've had a bad call, next. You've had a bad call, next. So I think, I know you're a massive golf fan, Zoe. You keep on telling me how much you love golf and how much you're a massive fan of Tiger Woods. So Tiger Woods is an exceptional golfer, and he used to have a blue line, an imaginary blue line in front of him. So if he played a really horrendous shot, as soon as he walked over that blue line, it was forgotten. Okay, so his ball may be in the, I don't know, knowing him, in the woods, quite literally, and he's gone there, and then he's played a miraculous recovery shot to within 2 feet of a hole, because he's forgotten about his last shot. So again, you can't control what's happened in the past, but you can control what happens from now, what you do after.
Yeah. I think Nigel Reisner said, you reflect on the past, you don't reside in it, which I think is the same thing. Just
and he's spoken to 2,500 people nationwide and the 2,500 conferences. So he knows. He's met some unbelievable people.
There's unreal. Anyway, before you disappear off, because obviously I'm really grateful that you've spent so much time, because I know you're busy and you've got a lot on with all these podcasts and webinars and whatnot. Where can people catch up with you? Say, for instance, they like what they've heard today and they just want to sort of listen to a few more golden nuggets. How can they catch up with you? Where can they find you?
So SJB Consultancy on Facebook, Stephen J. Brown Consultancy on YouTube, at Stephen with a PH Brown 54 on Instagram and Twitter. And if you want to listen to podcasts, you've got Lunchtime Learnings, which is under Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor, some other ones that I haven't heard of. And actually with those, I've interviewed some people that aren't estate agency specific as well. So there's a fantastic podcast called the High Performance Podcast with Jake Humphries, which most people will know, BT presenter, and Damien Professor Hughes. And again, Damien Professor Hughes was a guest on my podcast, which was amazing for me. And tomorrow, actually, at 12:30 on my Lunchtime Live, I've got a gentleman called Mike Coulter, who's going to be talking about behavior design and behavior influence. And one of my favorite books of this year is Tiny Habits by BJ Fogg. And this guy was one of 12 who went to BJ Fogg's house with Rajan Chatterjee from ITV, and they did his Tiny Habits course. So, that's all about small habits making big differences. So I'm really excited to be interviewing him tomorrow. So, and that's related to any business and any habit. So you're welcome to join me 12:30 tomorrow. That's on the SJB Consultancy.
What I'll do in the comments, I'll shove all the connections and the links to all your little pages so everyone can click on if they want to. But that's
why wouldn't you? Of course you would.
I'm just saying, you trust me to do that, don't you, Stephen?
Well, you gave me £225 to spend. Of course I will.
But thanks again for your time. And like I said, everything that you say is transferable into any industry and any business. And I think you make a lot of sense. And sometimes it's interesting because it seems like common sense, but a lot of people don't. It's putting the thing together, isn't it? In your mind, you go when you say things. When I've done training with you, you go, "Blimey, yeah, I get that. Why have I not done that 10 years ago?" And it's really, really interesting.
The best people in life are the ones that take action and implement.
That's it. Yeah, you've got to do it.
And Edison, was it Thomas Edison? The light bulb. It took him 1,000 attempts to get there. So, you know, it's about persevering. It's about learning from, you know, mistakes to me are discoveries. So, you know, discover it and go on. Failing is first attempt in learning, you know, so your language is very important, what you say, and your language determines how you feel as well. There's a great poem. I'm not sure how appropriate it is now, but it's called Smiling is Infectious, and it's by Spike Milligan. So I would suggest to people, look it up. I don't want to say it because some things may upset people, but if we can all start a smile today and smile at the next person, then that's going to make a difference. And somebody that smiles at you, you definitely feel a lot better. So
you
smile.
tend to smile back, don't you, as well?
Yeah. So smile at people and be kind.
All right. Thank you very much for your time today, Stephen.
No,
And
thank
hopefully
you.
I'll see you again soon.
Well, you'll be on my